So that's my train departing. I've just arrived at Three Bridges. Today's the 29th April and you find me outside Three Bridges railway station. I've come down to explore the other branch that goes to Horsham via Crawley, Ifield, Faygate and Littlehaven. And despite what I said in my last video, I got a off-peak return from South Caulston to Littlehaven that cost me £9.50. So with this ticket I have been able to plot a route that will get me home by 4 o'clock. So that Thameslink train is the 11:23 which is going to Horsham. I will be catching the service 30 minutes later. That gives me half an hour to explore Three Bridges station. So we're currently standing on the Brighton main line, the London and Brighton railway route, and veering off to the right there is the London, Brighton and South Coast route to Horsham and onwards to Portsmouth, Southampton and Bognor Regis. There is also another branch line that used to extend to East Grinstead and was then subsequently extended to Tunbridge Wells West, but is now currently, well, not currently, is now closed, full stop. And here I am standing at the country end of this rebuilt station at Three Bridges. This building on platforms 4 and 3 would appear to be originals from the opening of the station on the 12th of July 1841. Still on platform 5 from the London end of the platform. I've come down to the car park, get away from the main road just to give a few more facts, and I'm quite surprised how busy the car park is. Anyway, Three Bridges is one of 3 stations that serve Crawley, the other 2 being Crawley and Ifield, which of course I'm visiting today. The original main line to Brighton was opened on the 12th of July 1841. The London, Brighton and South Coast branch to Horsham opened on the 14th of February 1848, and the branch line to East Grinstead opened in 1855 and then was subsequently extended, as I said, to Tunbridge Wells in 1866, but that's now closed, although the line does still run as the Spa Valley line from Tunbridge Wells West, of which I have done a video of already. Now, I have been to Three Bridges before. Not the station, never come to the station before, but I have been to Three Bridges. I came down here to see a football match in the FA Vars, but I can't remember the score because it was too many years ago. Train's arrived, although it's a couple of minutes to leave, or a minute and a half, which will take me to Faygate. Talk about the service that Three Bridges has. It has 16 trains an hour. 2 to Victoria, 2 to Bedford via London Bridge, 2 to Cambridge, 2 to Peterborough via Red Hill, 4 to Brighton, 2 stopping trains to Horsham, one of which I'm on, 1 train per hour Bognor Regis and Portsmouth, dividing at Horsham, and 1 train per hour to Bognor and Southampton, also dividing at Horsham. Most of these services are operated by Thameslink. The other 3 services are operated by Southern.
Please move forward to alight from the train.
We will shortly be arriving at Faygate.
I believe the only train that stops here between about 9 o'clock and about 4:30 this afternoon. So I have to plan my visit around this train and the one returning in half an hour, or that one returning in half an hour. And also no services stop here at weekends. Apparently there's a business centre here. Maybe that's it over there, I don't know. But there are quite a lot of trains early in the morning and in the evening. My original planning would have seen me having to walk from here to either Littlehaven or not the other station, that was too far away. One thing that the station does have right outside is a pub, the Holm Bush Inn, and that's very inviting as well. I don't know if you can see very well, but we seem to be in the middle of the countryside. There's a little footpath just over the road here, there's a footbridge over here, more farmland to the right, and ahead of us on the left is looks like a new housing development. This train is the service to Portsmouth Harbour and Bognor Regis, splitting at Horsham. And here's a view from the overbridge. Not a lot to see. This station was actually opened on the original opening day of the railway. It seems strange standing in the Sussex countryside, basically in the middle of nowhere, where you can catch a train to Peterborough. It seems bizarre. The reason I film this is because over my right hand side shoulder you can see a building. Now that, I imagine, is the original station building. There's also no timetables. I imagine that's something to do with COVID, but it is a bit of a problem if you'll suddenly come across this station and think, oh, thank God, a station, where can I get to? And you can't actually see where the trains are going. I suppose they'd argue you can press the help point. So let's see what happens if I press the help point and ask for when the next train is to Horsham. Faygate railway station, and I want to catch a train to Horsham. When is the next one?
Okay, let me check for you. Faygate to Horsham, the next train for today, right? Okay, give me 1 quick minute here. To leave at 12:31, and that service is with a change. The change will be at Crawley. Expected into Horsham at 12:57. Right.
Actually, most probably wasn't the best thing to ask to get to Horsham, because you can catch the next train from here that will then take me back to Crawley, and then I can change and get a fast train to Horsham. So it wasn't a very good idea. But it's interesting enough that the indicator board on platform 2 isn't indicating any trains whatsoever. It's just telling that there's engineering works from Saturday the 1st of May to Monday the 3rd of May. So that will be another service. This one most probably is going to Bognor Regis / Portsmouth Harbour, change or divide I should say at Horsham. Right, it's now 12:31 effectively, because the train's in sight. Out of interest, the next service from here is the 16:32 from Horsham to Peterborough, and in the reverse direction is at 17:02 to Horsham from Peterborough. So I'm now going to catch this train to Crawley. So my train departing from Crawley. Going to see if I can get down to the level crossing, which is not very far, just down there, because that's where the old station used to be, and they've got a signal box. Crawley railway station, an overline house where you can get budget space available. Well, good luck with that. So this is the site of the original Crawley station that was opened on the 14th of February 1848 and then moved to its present location on the 28th of July 1968, which incidentally was one day before my 11th birthday. So my mother could have brought me down here and showed me that, because I had a train set at that time. and this is a level crossing, and then over here we've got the signal box. Got some nice buildings. That one, Nightingale House, and then on the other side of the road is the railway, public house. There's actually some very nice buildings up here. I've been here before, obviously, because Wimbledon played Crawley lots of times, so I used to come this way. But in latter days when we played them, we used to, actually it's the most bizarre thing out, to get to Crawley's football club, the best way to get there is get a train to Gatwick Airport, and you have to go through the arrivals, departures lounge. Anyway, you have to go through the airport, and then you go through this tiny little door, and you go down these stairs, and it brings you out opposite a bus stop that takes you direct to the ground. And actually, very interestingly, it goes past the old Gatwick terminal building. Very nice it is too. Now I guess here is where the station building was, behind that fence. And then in the car park, just down here, you can see some more of the platform. See here, hopefully, I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on. And if I don't have my glasses on, they're steamed up. You can get a good view of the platforms down there. And here comes my train, which I'm now going to Littlehaven. Littlehaven, which was opened as Rusper Road in 1907 and was built to serve the northern part of Horsham. And my train is now departing, as you can hear. I've got half an hour again here. Nothing else to say about Littlehaven station, apart from my friend John Rick used to live here before he got married again and moved off. Hello John, if you happen to be watching this, I doubt it. And this is the station in all its glory. And the green building out there, I imagine, was the station house. If I zoom in, we might be able to see it. Let's have a look. Don't want to go too far. Yeah, there we are. The green building. The other side of the level crossing. So doing my old sneaky trick, shooting over my left-hand shoulder this time. I reckon that was the station master's house when the station was first built. I have now actually found something exciting to talk to you about at Littlehaven station. Won't take very long, but it is, at least I find it very exciting. There's a little building on the edge of the platform. Actually, I'm just going to cross over the building on the platform on my left hand, over my left hand shoulder. Now that is, well, I don't know if it does double up as a ticket office, but it's certainly got a little ticket office window. But there's a man in there with a control board, so he's obviously controlling the level crossing. That, to me, is exciting. That has made my day. So here comes the next train. I'm going to Ifield now, and then I'll be going home. Ifield station, also opened in 1907, originally known as Lyons Crossing Halt, and it serves the western outskirts of Crawley. You can hear my train departing. When I was at school doing my O-levels, bloody hell, that was a long time ago, we did a project on Crawley Newtown, because in those days it was a new town. And it was something actually I really enjoyed, and it was fascinating to come back and go to these places, because I remember the areas in Crawley making up the new town. Places like Ifield, Crawley, Three Bridges. Another one that brings to mind is Pease Pottage. All the road signs are all in different colours. So on that note, that is station 1006 today, so that's 5 new stations. So I'm going to shut down now, obviously film the train that's due to arrive in half an hour or so, and watch out for the next adventure. Oh, one thing that happened to me the other day, with my daughter, I'm actually walking what we call the Palace to Palace. It all started off with walking from Elton Palace to Crystal Palace, and now we've linked up all these palaces all over the place: Buckingham Palace, Winchester Palace, Tower of London Palace, Alexandra Palace, or loads of them. Anyway, the other week we were walking along the old railway line from Muswell Hill to Finsbury Park, having got off the train at Alexandra Palace, and we were on our way back to Kensington Palace, and we were walking along the track, and I was talking to my daughter about Geoff Marshall doing his Lost Railway Lines of London, just saying that he hadn't done this one yet. Anyway, we walked round and there he was in the bushes filming. So I've actually met him now, so here's a little photo of us meeting. So that was quite exciting. Don't know if that's the right word to put it, but it was nice. Nice to meet him, very nice chap. So this is a service from Southampton / Bognor Regis